Hi Aquarius, welcome to the channel and thanks for being here. I'm going to go ahead and start your Aquarius Twin Flame reading for the Aquarius Twin Flames. Aquarius Twin Flame. Aquarius Twin Flames. Aquarius Twin Flame. Five of Cups. The Hanged Man. Justice. Ten of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Swords. Aquarius. So it looks like Aquarius, you could be feeling really down, really sad, negative, almost hopeless. Maybe you feel isolated. You feel very vulnerable. But there's going to be a breakthrough. There's something about seeing a truth, and that truth is going to be able to give you clarity about some circumstance or situation that has to do with your twin flame journey, on your twin flame path of towards self-discovery. One second. So the Six of Swords. So it looks like you distant yourself from maybe a tower moment between you and your person. The High Priestess. And the Moon. So maybe something having to do with your desires, Aquarius. Maybe you felt like the desires that you haven't been met by your person. You feel kind of betrayed in a way, because you feel like your person maybe not giving you something like maybe attention or giving into your desires at the time that you want them to. So you're maybe overthinking the connection to the point where it's creating a lot of pain, a lot of anguish, and frustration. And you're starting to feel vulnerable. You're starting to feel vulnerable. So it's a good time to do shadow work. Because you're feeling vulnerable. It's a good time to do shadow work and to ask yourself the questions that you haven't asked yourself in order for you to see, to think logically, out of your emotions, because your emotions are making you feel frustrated. It's making you feel like there's no hope in the connection. It's making you think negatively. It's making you look down on the connection. So it's about, there's a reason why the Hangman is there. Change your perspective and no longer be in any lack mentality. It's time to see things clearly. and not let your emotions make you feel like you can't see things from a different perspective when you can. That's that's an ability. That's one ability that a person has, is changing their perspective so that it doesn't make them fall into a negative mood or negative thinking, or fall into the same old self-defeating patterns. In order to get out of the same old outdated patterns and cycles that you want to break free from. The Ace of Swords. Queen of Wands. So finding something that you're motivated in, along with the Queen of Pentacles, will help you to be able to ground yourself. Finding something that you're motivated in, that you're passionate in, it's going to help you to be able to ground yourself, Aquarius. The Tower, so that you can rebuild yourself, so that you no longer have a lack mentality. In by having something that motivates you, so that you're able to ground yourself, you're able to reprogram your way of thinking and start shifting to a new perspective, a new way of thinking and being. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit, because it shows that you could struggle with depression, you could struggle with feeling of isolation, feeling of being alone, abandonment, codependency, stuff like that. So what you should do is find something that you're motivated in. It could be even mission, something that resonates with your soul, having to do with your gifts, having to do with your talents, that resonates with your soul towards God. And God is all possibilities. No longer thinking that there's no hope, but God putting opportunities and situations in front to change and get people out of their circumstances and situations, and no longer having lack mentality. By being motivated and passionate in something, you're able to ground yourself, you're able to not let your emotions control you, because your emotions is what creates bridge burning, self-sabotaging situations and scenarios. And then if it's not if your emotions aren't dealt with, then that pattern keeps repeating itself. So change your perspective. Try and change your perspective. Don't let yourself give in to negative energies and start feeling hopeless. Don't do that. You work on yourself, do your shadow work, and find something that motivates you. Find something that you're passionate in, so that you're able to control your emotions, and then you no longer will have lack mentality. You'll start to be more optimistic and energized. the Three of Swords, the Justice card. So it's like some of you feel, so disappointed that you don't want to um, think of ways to motivate yourself. And, that will help you when you think of new ways to motivate yourself. That will help you to have a passionate new beginning in whatever you put your mind to. The Three of Wands, because it will add meaning and value to your life, to what you're doing. But you have to, think of ways to initiate, that spark, that passion, that motivation, in order to add value and meaning, for you to value yourself more, to value your life more. And being resilient, not letting your emotions make you feel helpless and disappointed all the time. When you are motivated and passionate in something, it energizes you, and you have a different outlook on life. You start to have a passionate new beginning to go towards your passions, your motivations, and your desires. You become a new being. That's why the butterfly is there. You're going through stages, going through the cocoon and becoming a butterfly. The bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. And that's how you'll be able to attract, others, the right people, the right circumstances and situations. Ten of Pentacles. The Five of Wands. And the Queen of Swords. So, you feel frustrated, you feel angry, having to do with some sort of conflict, competition, drama, negative energies. And it's important for you to cut the negative energies so that you're able to sustain yourself. You have to get rid of the negative energies. And by doing that, focus more on yourself, do shadow work, figure out what you love to do, what motivates you, what passionately motivates you. Bottom of the deck is Karma. So by you doing your inner work and on your path of self-discovery, you're able to, figure out your abilities by changing your perspective. And then you'll be able to, figure out, a path that motivates you. It may not be it possibly is not an overnight. It could be an overnight realization or spark of inspiration. But it will help sustain you so that your emotions don't lead you into a catastrophic event. So, if you feel emotionally down, try to change your perspective so that your emotions don't make you get out of control and do something that if you were um, in a right um, mind or grounded, you something that you would not do if you were motivated in doing your passions, your motivations and desires. Don't do something just because um, you may not have a passion at the moment or a motivation at the moment. Don't let your emotions make you do something that you regret. That's why it's important to have a motivation, have a passion, have a desire, something that you can work on your own time, so that you're able to sustain yourself and, you know, be focused on your path, on your mission, and to not, you know, be in a lack mentality or a lack mind, um, where it makes you end up being your own blockage. So be careful of that. The Page of Wands. So it looks like you feel like you're left out in the cold. The Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So it looks like you feel left out in the cold. Um, the cards are saying to focus on something behind the scenes. Um, it's requiring you to, you know, work on yourself, do your inner work so that you can see what you're able to do and to initiate it, to start it. The time is now to start it. Start working on it. Focus on it so that you're able to sustain yourself, and not fall into depression and go into that place that you don't like going. The time for you to do your shadow work and to figure out what your abilities are is when you feel vulnerable. Most likely, you're probably feeling that way after whatever disconnect, or not disconnect, but after um, you and your person um, now in the separations is now in the separation stage, or you feel vulnerable, you feel frustrated, angry with your person. It's a good time to begin shadow work and focusing on yourself and getting things up and going um, behind the scenes where people aren't involved in your business. People don't have to know um, what you plan on doing. That motivates you. It's about, doing what motivates you on a day-to-day basis so that you're able to sustain yourself and not make a decision that you regret doing, or saying the wrong things that you regret saying out of your emotions. The bottom of the deck is 3 of Pentacles. So taking all that energy, all that accumulated energy, and putting it into something that motivates you. Work on something that motivates you, that you're passionate about. It's the time to focus on yourself and not worrying about your person reaching out to you so that you can let off steam and let off your emotions. The reading is telling you to walk away at the moment and go towards what motivates you, what makes you motivated and passionate to continue to be motivated and passionate. And don't worry about other people at the moment. The Knight of Wands, because you feel like your person is inconsistent. You feel like your person is probably, you feel like they're not being genuine, and it's your emotions. The Six of Wands, and that makes Seven of Wands. So your person is coming back around. The Ten of Swords. Okay. Probably when you're feeling vulnerable, your person is, Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, is going to be coming in to communicate with you. If you don't feel ready to speak to your person because you feel like they betrayed you, or you feel like they frustrated you so much in a way where, it has you feeling, really negative, because you feel like maybe they haven't been making you a priority, or you feel like they're not serious, or they're being inconsistent. It's okay to take some time for yourself, and so that your emotions don't control you, to spaz out on your person and to say something that you regret saying, or doing something that you regret doing. So remember, if you feel really emotional, if you feel um, like a lot of negative energies are around you, um, then you need to work on yourself and change your perspective. When you feel vulnerable, when you feel um, isolated, Nate, when you feel isolated, alone, discouraged, that's the time to do shadow work, so that you can sustain yourself. Um, and it shows that your person is coming back around. Um, it shows also that your person will be vulnerable with you as well. They're going to connect with you from a place of vulnerability. Maybe your person is insecure. They feel like they don't financially have um, things to make you happy. There's something going on with your person where they feel vulnerable too. You both are feeling vulnerable. So it's for you, Aquarius, to try to change your perspective so that your emotions don't make you do something that you regret doing towards your person. And so by doing that, it will help you to find happiness, passion, motivation in your mission, or what you enjoy doing, and continuing on that path of self-discovery, so that you can put an end to the same mundane circumstances, situation, or those same old patterns and cycles. Okay, Aquarius. So don't let your emotions make you start feeling depressed. So it says opportunity, friend, and mission. Okay? So take it how it resonates. Thanks, Aquarius.